Dameon Pierce has yet to show off his true potential as Florida's running game has struggled the past few seasons. This year, with the expectation Emory Jones wins the starting job, the Gators will lean on the running game more and their starting running back Dameon Pierce. But who is Dameon Pierce? In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. If there's a player you want to see in future episodes, make sure to leave it in the comments section below. Dameon Pierce was born on February 19th, 2000 and raised in Bainbridge, Georgia, located an hour north of Tallahassee, Florida. According to Pierce, he plays football to just make everybody proud of me. They're going to be proud down here no matter what, but I feel like if I take the extra step in life and try to succeed in college, I can establish a future and a foundation for the young kids in my community. That will be something great to be remembered for. Helping people. Helping my community. Pierce wasn't just focused on performing well on the football field, but also his academics. Going to his junior year of high school, he had gotten all A's and B's throughout his academic career, while also taking all the standardized tests and qualified for a scholarship. On the gridiron, Pierce impressed with the ability to shed defenders due to his agility and strength, and not afraid to run through people. Pierce attended Bainbridge High School, where he quickly impressed, rushing for 910 yards and 7 touchdowns, averaging 5.5 yards per carry, while also catching 8 passes for 51 yards. As a sophomore, Pierce more than doubled his freshman year stats, rushing for 2,060 yards and 33 touchdowns, averaging 6.7 yards per carry. He also caught 13 passes for 148 yards. Pierce averaged 147.1 yards per game and looked to do even more his junior year. As a junior, Pierce rushed for 1,686 yards and 9 touchdowns, averaging 6.9 yards per carry and 168.6 yards per game. He also caught 20 receptions for 248 yards and a touchdown. During the season, Pierce rushed for a school record 330 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns and finished the season being named the Class 5A All-State. Pierce saved the best for last, rushing for 2,123 yards and 32 touchdowns, averaging 9.5 yards per carry and 193 yards per game as a senior. He also caught 4 passes for 124 yards and a touchdown. On October 20th, 2017, Pierce passed Herschel Walker on GHSAA's all-time rushing list. He finished the season being named Class 5A All-State, while he led his team to an 8-4 record and a berth in the 5A state playoffs. Pierce finished his high school career rushing for 6,779 yards, which is top 10 in Georgia's state rushing list, and 92 touchdowns, while also adding 2 receiving touchdowns. Throughout high school, colleges would comment on how Pierce, who stood 5'11", 205 pounds, looked like a college athlete instead of a high school athlete. Along with football, Pierce also competed in track as well. Coming out of high school, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, Dameon Pierce was a 4-star recruit who was the 8th best back, 25th best player in Georgia, and 201st best player in the 2018 class. Pierce received over 17 different offers from the likes of Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, and Stanford. Growing up, there really wasn't a team he rooted for over another, not even the Georgia Bulldogs, according to Dog Nation. His first Division I offer came from Auburn during the spring of his freshman year, opening the floodgates for schools to start sending people to look at him. Pierce attended the same high school Kirby Smart did, according to Dog Nation, but that did not lead them to recruit him harder than anybody else. He did impress the Georgia running back coach, with Pierce telling Dog Nation, "He likes my running style, my size, and overall character. He likes what I could bring to the field for them." Going into his junior year, Auburn was the school who was recruiting the Southern Georgia running back the hardest, but he viewed every school on the same shelf. Pierce told Dog Nation, "They have a good program. I went down there and watched their practice. They practice with a fast tempo and have well-disciplined guys. That is a great program overall." But that did not mean Auburn had the upper hand. Pierce actually originally committed to play for Auburn's arch rival, Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide, before later decommitting for them in May of 2017, after he started worrying about the amount of playing time he would get playing in Tuscaloosa. When Dan Mullen was hired at Florida, his first recruiting stop was to visit Pierce. Pierce told Inside Gator, "When Coach Mullen came and sat in my living room, he told me I'm going to work harder than I ever have in my life. If you want to live up to the challenge, it's up to you." From that moment forward, I wanted to play for him. As a result, Pierce would commit to the Gators over Alabama and Auburn on August 6, 2017, and decided to sign and enroll early. When Pierce got to Florida, he quickly started impressing teammates. TJ Slayton told Inside Gator, "We call him a grown man because he's an 18-year-old kid and runs harder than anybody that we've ever played against. while Jordan Scarlett talked about how much he could squat, saying, "That man puts 5-6 plates on each side and just lifts it like it's 225 up and down." Pierce spoke on this saying, "I mean, I'm from South Georgia. That's all we do. Lift weights and play football. When you're out in the country, dog, you out there playing football on bare feet. Just doing dumb stuff. Throwing dirt rocks at each other. 600-pound squats, that's just baby weight. You feel me? We just here out working hard. We trying to get these legs strong. It's the SEC, baby." Throughout the season, Pierce served as a reserve running back and was a key member of the Gators special teams unit. In his collegiate debut, he rushed for 75 yards on 9 carries against Charleston Southern. He scored his first career touchdown, a 68-yard run in the fourth quarter against Colorado State, finishing the game with 87 yards. He iced the game against Tennessee, scoring on a 48-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter, and led the team in rushing yards against Idaho, leading to him talking to the media after the game. During the press conference, he talked about where he purchased his colorful suits for the Gator Walk and gave a lesson on what it took to hunt boars, saying, "You gotta send them dogs after the boars. You chase a boar, it's gonna get you now. I'm telling you. Please don't do it. Send them dogs out there and then go get them. Let them do the dirty work," but telling them not to try it. Pierce finished his freshman season playing in all 13 of Florida's games, rushing for 424 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 6.1 yards per carry, while recording 5 receptions for 20 yards and a touchdown. On special teams, he recorded 4 tackles as well. As a sophomore, Pierce once again served as the key contributor off the bench in the run game, playing behind senior LaMichael Pirine. Pierce rushed for 84 yards and a touchdown, averaging 14 yards per carry against Towson, and 87 yards and a touchdown, averaging 12.4 yards per carry against South Carolina. He finished second on the team in rushing yards and touchdowns, recording 305 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging 5.6 yards per carry. During a season, Florida struggled to get the running game going. He also recorded 6 tackles on special teams. During the 2020 season, Pierce played in all 12 of Florida's games, starting 10 of them. His best game of the season came against Arkansas when he rushed for 69 yards on 12 carries, averaging 5.8 yards per carry. A few weeks later, Pierce rushed for 67 yards on 8 carries, averaging 8.4 yards per carry against Kentucky. He finished the season leading the team in rushing, finishing with 503 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. He also caught 17 passes for 156 yards and 1 touchdown, averaging 9.2 yards per reception. Throughout the season, the Gators focused on the pass game more with Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts, putting up insane numbers. As a result, the running game took a backseat for Florida this past season. With Emory Jones expected to win the starting quarterback job, Florida will look to lean more on the running game this season. Pierce elected to return for his senior year and is expected to win the starting running back job this season, but will probably split carries with Malik Davis. Pierce will look to have a breakout season this year and improve his draft stock. But what do you think? How will Dameon Pierce play this season? And will he improve his draft stock? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos in the Who Is series. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, remember to embrace the grind.